Greetings to everyone out there and welcome back to Around the Clock. Alright everybody, during Nintendo's 84th annual general meeting of the shareholders, the head honcho himself, Shigeru Miyamoto, along with Shuntaro Furukawa, has revealed Nintendo's initial plans for the next generational transition. So hey, without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into it. Now, they were first asked, I can imagine that the core developers at Nintendo are getting older. Are you considering handing over or transitioning future game production to the younger generation? And Mr. Furukawa responds with this. The generational transition for developers is a very important issue for our company, but I believe it is progressing smoothly and I have no concerns at all. Nintendo is a company with many young and talented developers. And here's Mr. Miyamoto's response. Although I am the eldest director, I have no concerns and feel comfortable with my job. When it comes to developing new games, we have a system in place that allows younger developers to take the initiative, and I believe the handover is going smoothly. However, those other generation that took over have now become older themselves, so I would like to be able to hand things over to an even younger generation. Personally, I find that if I'm not creating things, my days become boring and I become unable to create, so I'm involved in mobile apps like Pikmin Bloom and new media such as visual content. In some cases, I will continue to be heavily involved in game development, and I also want to be actively involved in fun ventures such as creating new IP that can gain interest worldwide. Alright, both Mr. Furukawa and Mr. Miyamoto's response to this was pretty interesting. Mr. Furukawa's response was pretty straightforward. He was saying that, hey, we have plenty of young and talented developers, so we're not worried about the generational transition. But what Mr. Miyamoto said was very interesting. He said here that, hey, I'm the oldest director here, but I have no concerns and I feel comfortable with what I'm doing so far. But he also said, and I think this is very key, that when it comes to game development specifically, that when they're developing brand new games, they have a system in place that allows the younger developers to take initiative, and that he believes that the handover is going smoothly, and that when it's all said and done, when he's getting ready to retire, that he wants to hand over things to an even younger generation. And I personally think that's smart because I'm pretty sure that Nintendo has some type of grueling process where they vet out who they want to be their top developers or, their senior developers, and whoever they pick, they will grow up within the company knowing the ways of Nintendo, just like how Shigeru Miyamoto, Eiji Aonuma, Takashi Tezuka, all these great developers did. And when you do things like this, you create generational cycles of great developers and directors, so I can't wait to see how all this plays out. Mr. Miyamoto knows that he can't stay at Nintendo forever. I mean, come on, this man is 71 years old. Although he looks great for his age and, he's been keeping busy, being happy, doing what he's doing. And he's been transitioning over the past couple of years into other ventures as well. Like he mentioned here, he's been doing the mobile app thing. And we also can't forget about the entertainment side of things with the Super Mario Brothers movie, the Zelda movie that's in development right now, and other movies they have planned in the future. Also, he said here that he's still heavily involved in game development and he wants to be actively involved in new IP as well. So yeah, man, Mr. Miyamoto has plenty left in the tank and he's not going anywhere anytime soon. But one day we all know that this man has to retire, and when he does, he's assuring us that yes, Nintendo will be in good hands. Now, there's something else I do want to add on to this because in an article that came out a couple of days on mynintendonews.com that says Miyamoto says Nintendo aims to have one $30+ million seller every 3 to 5 years. And I think this is very important for the future of Nintendo with the Switch going to the Switch successor in just a year from now. Now, the article says this. Nintendo's legendary designer Shigeru Miyamoto has revealed in a new interview that the Kyoto-based company aims to have one $30+ million selling piece of software every 3 to 5 years. Nintendo has had 4 games on the Switch that has passed that threshold since the system launched in March of 2017. Those games are Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with 61.97 million, Animal Crossing New Horizons with 45.36 million, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with 34.22 million, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with 31.85 million copies sold. Shigesato Itoi, who was also part of the interview, chimed in saying, when Miyamoto-san is working on a project, he can assess it on a scale like, this one can aim for 30 million copies, or this one will probably sell about 480,000, close to 500,000 copies. It's not that he knows it clearly, but he has to think on that scale. Now, like I said before, this is important as well, and I want to point something out here because not only does Nintendo have a bunch of 30 million copy selling games on the Switch, or over 30 million copy selling games, they have a bunch of $1 million selling games on the Switch console alone. Now, I looked this up on Wikipedia and they have 93 games. 93 games that sold at least 1 million copies on the Switch console, and that's just ridiculous, man. clearly whatever plan Nintendo has initiated with the Switch and their software, it is working because they've been selling games out like hotcakes, and I'm pretty sure that with the transition period with the Switch to the Switch 2, that their plans for that will be big as well, and I can't wait to see their success. Now, if they can keep this up or even have a greater success with the Switch 2, man, Nintendo will be crushing it, and they have obliterated all the competition because I don't think any other big gaming company is doing this. Do you? I don't think Sony is doing this, or Xbox for that matter. So what Nintendo is doing with the Switch is remarkable. There's no question in that, and I think that there's going to be a lot of surprises when it comes to the software side on the Switch 2 as well, because Mr. Miyamoto made it clear that he says that Nintendo aims to have at least one $30+ million selling game for every 3 to 5 years. And hey man, I think that Nintendo's going to have some huge games on the Switch 2, and like Seamus always says, they're going to be dropping banger after banger after banger. Heck, they've been doing it so far, so watch how to fix what's not broken. So hey guys, with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. Please make sure to like this video, share this video, and for the hundreds, no, thousands of people that are watching this video that are not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on daily Nintendo news content. And as always, remember to keep it locked here at Around the Clock, where here we focus on Nintendo news content around the clock. I'll catch you guys in the next video.